Assalamualaikum and good evening. Today, our group will be present Prudential BSN Takaful Berhad.
For the company background, Prudential BSN Takaful Berhad is established in 2006 from a joint venture between Bank Simpanan Nasional and Prudential PLC. Based on the concept of Ta'awun, they offer an extensive range of family Takaful products. Their vision is to be the first choice Takaful provider for their peoples and community, whereas their mission is to secure the future of Malaysian families through innovative solutions built on Islamic values. Sharia Advisory Council (SAC) of Bank Negara Malaysia is the sole authority for Sharia law of Islamic finance in Malaysia for the purpose of Islamic financial business. In the context of Islamic law, Islamic Financial Services Act (IFSA) 2013 is referred, which is an act providing the regulation and supervision of Islamic financial institutions. In the case of Takaful, IFSA efficiently facilitated the implementation of Takaful business through comprehensive provision relating to the enforcement of Sharia non-compliant risks and imposed statutory duty upon Takaful players. Other than that, Sharia Committee is rationalized as a complementary role of SSA in Islamic financial institution. Some of the duties and responsibility of Sharia Committee are to advise the board on Sharia matters in business operation, to endorse Sharia compliance manuals, to endorse and validate relevant documentations, and to provide written Sharia opinions. These are the Sharia Committee for Prudential BSN Takaful Berhad with 5 members chaired by Dr. Abdullah Jalil.
Now, I will discuss the risk management by Prudential BSN Takaful Berhad. Risk management strategy, policy, and risk tolerance are monitored by the Board Risk Management Committee, BRMC. BRMC also been authorized by the board to oversee the senior management activity in managing the key risk area of core company and ensure the risk management process is in place and functioning effectively. The roles and the responsibilities of the BRMC: reviews and recommending risk management strategy, policy and risk tolerance, review and recommending appropriate steps to ensure that business and operational decisions are aligned with the risk appetite. The BRMC is supported by the Risk Management Committee (RMC), which acts as an advisory committee on key matters. BRMC is also supported by the Investment Committee (IC), which is a board-appointed committee and oversees investment risks. BRMC has classified risks into 2 categories. Firstly is financial risk and followed by non-financial risks. In financial risk include credit risk, market risk, liquidity risk. For non-financial risk include strategy risk, operational risk, and business environment risk. Credit risk is the risk of potential financial loss to the company, and it arises from the risk of loss of principal or income on the seller. Based on the annual reports of Prudential BSN Takaful Berhad, it showed at the reporting that there were no other significant concentrations of credit risk. Market risk is the risk of potential losses of income or market value due to fluctuated in factors such as profit rate, foreign exchange rate, equity price or change in volatility, or a combination of such factors. Profit rate risk of financial asset. The company accounts for fixed rate financial asset at fair value through profit or loss. Therefore, those financial assets are exposed to a risk of change in their fair value. Based on the annual report, the Islamic debt security fair value moved in correlation with the prevalent market rate of return. Equity risk. Equity risk is the risk that the fair value or future cash flow of a financial instrument will fluctuate because of change in market price. Based on the annual report, the company equity investment moved in correlation with FTSE Bursa Malaysia Emas Syariah Index and Dow Jones Islamic Market Greater China Index. Liquidity risk refers to the ability of a company to meet its requirement of cash. Based on the annual report, Prudential BSN Takaful Berhad monitor daily the cash flow and hold a sufficient quantity of financial assets that can readily be converted into cash. For non-financial risks, include strategy risks. Strategy risks are the risks of failing to achieve those business objectives. Based on the annual report, Prudential BSN Takaful Berhad have achieved most of the target in financial year 2019. Operational risk relate to the risk of potential loss from a breakdown in internal system or potential failure arise from external event. Based on the annual report, Prudential BSN Takaful Berhad mitigate operational risk by establish appropriate policy, internal control, procedure, and contingency plan. Business environment risk refer to a risk which can have a materials environment or environmentally driven impact on the business. Based on the annual report, Prudential BSN Takaful Berhad did not face any material environmental or environmentally driven which will impact on the business.
Next is the operation.
There are various products offered by Prudential BSN Takaful. The first one is saving plan. The purpose of this plan is to help participants build their saving at the same time provide a life protection. There is only one saving plan offered, which is BSN Aspirasi. Next is protection plan. Protection plan provide fixed benefit in the event of death or total and permanent disability. There are 5 Takaful plan offered, which is BSN Warisan Plus, BSN Anugerah Plus, BSN Setia, BSN Impian, and BSN Gadai Janji. The third one is corporate plan. The purpose of corporate plan is to protect the employees while at the workplace. BSN employees benefit is the only corporate plan offered. Rider plans. Prudential BSN Takaful provide a variety of additional benefit to complete the existing plan for optimum coverage. There are 8 categories of riders that are offered by the operator, such as protection, accident, child, contributor, medical, income, investment, and donation. Next is fund price. The participant can track the daily prices of Sharia-compliant funds offered by the Prudential BSN Takaful in order to help the participant plan and achieve its desired financial objective. Lastly is online product. Prudential BSN Takaful also provide online products to participants. The online products offered such as Lindungi, Cancer Plan, and Medic Plan. In terms of services, to make their service more efficient, the Takaful operator employs technology in their daily operation. To serve the customers, online application provided such as BSN Touch, BSN Insan, and BSN Navigator. Meanwhile, to maintain their engagement with their agents, application provided to the agents such as BSN Mobility, BSN Age, BSN Needs and Analysis, and BSN Communicator. For appointment, customers can easily make an appointment with the appointed agents by sending an online submission form. Thirdly is panel clinics and hospital networks. There are plenty of panels, clinics, and hospitals under the Prudential BSN Takaful across Malaysia. For payment channels, to make the participant easily pay their contributions, there are plenty payment channel provided such as call to pay, BSN online payment, payment via auto payment, payment at the branch office, and payment via online banking. Lastly is claim. There are various types of claims and the process for each type of claim is different from others, and the customer will be guided and assist during the claim process.
PRU BSN Warisan Plus is a Takaful plan which provides security and assurance of legacy for its holders' family. The available contribution term of the Takaful plan is 5, 10, 20 years or throughout the certificate term. PRU BSN Warisan Plus is eligible for all between 1 to 70 age next birthday. The coverage expiry of this Takaful plan is 20 years or expiry age of 70, 80, 90 or 100. The Takaful plan guarantees greater protection value for a longer family survival. The Takaful plan offers a high coverage of minimum 250,000 ringgit, which will be able to provide great help in maintaining lifestyle as well as other financial matters in case of unfortunate occurrence of death or total permanent disability (TPD). In the event of TPD before expiry of the term or before the age of 70, whichever is earlier, the TPD sum covered is subject to a maximum of 8 million ringgit per life. PRU BSN Horizon Plus also comes with customized protection with affordable contribution. The Takaful plan allows its holder to attach any riders according to their needs until it satisfies their necessity. This interesting feature, which comes along with the Takaful plan, is extra convenient for those with more dependents or responsibilities. PRU BSN Horizon Plus offers a unique feature in disease coverage, where the Takaful plan provides coverage for a wide range of deadly diseases. The disease coverage is divided into two categories, Category A and Category B. Category A compensate up to 5,000 ringgit, while Category B compensate up to 10,000 ringgit in event of infection or hospitalization of the infectious disease subject to coverage. Another interesting feature of PRU-BSN Horizon Plus is the Hibah feature. This feature enables the holder to secure their heirs' future by naming them as beneficiary. The beneficiary will be able to receive the death benefits without going through the prolonged and complicated inheritance procedures. PRU-BSN Horizon Plus also offers an aid for funeral expenses upon occurrence of death. It enables cost saving and ease the family burden with the offer of 3,000 ringgit from Khairat benefits. PRU-BSN Horizon Plus comes with an interesting investment opportunity where the Takaful holder can choose from 7 types of investment-linked funds that fit their risk preference. This opportunity can increase their cash value with potential upside returns. Interestingly, PRU-BSN Horizon Plus is a hassle-free Takaful plan where the potential client doesn't need to undergo medical examination to enjoy basic sum covered up to 2 million ringgit. This feature is both time and cost saving for the client. PRU-BSN Horizon Plus offers another attractive feature, which the Takaful plan holder can extend coverage until age 100 via certificate term extension option. This extension is subject to additional contribution. The long period of coverage ensure that the Takaful plan holder is able to receive maximum benefit from the Takaful plan. In conjunction of Sharia compliance of the Takaful plan, PRU-BSN Horizon Plus also added the Islamic value where it allows the holder to assist deserving hardcore poor and poor families to be protected with basic family Takaful coverage via Ihsan Rider. The claim process is an important preliminary phase to enable the claimant eligible for maximum benefit from the Takaful policy. The claim process, under normal circumstances, appears in identical recurring processes for all types of claim except for the document requirement for respective claim. A complete claim submission will further be processed by the Takaful operator immediately. The first step of the claim process is the completion of documents requirement. Claimant must ensure all relevant documents for a specific claim are completed upon claim submission. The second step of the claim process is the submission of the claim application. Claimant is required to submit the completed claim forms with required documents to the nearest PRU-BSN or Prudential Assurance Malaysia Berhad branches or servicing agent if they have one. There are several reminders that should be taken into notion by the claimant prior claim submission. First, claimant must ensure full completion of claim forms and respective documents to avoid unnecessary delay. Second, claimant also must ensure his or her signature on the claims form tallies with the one in the records. Third, confidential medical certificate is to be completed at the claimant's own expense. Then, the checklist provides a reference of the point of submission requirements only. The company reserves the right to request for other relevant documents and information. The company may request to view the original of copied documents submitted whenever necessary. For the death claim, the documents to be submitted are: first, the death claim form; second, medical attendance certificate; third, certified true copy of death certificate; fourth, certified true copy of deceased IC or birth certificate; fifth, certified true copy of claimant's IC; and respective documents as the following. For spouse, they need the marriage certificate. If the children is the claimant, they need the birth certificate of claimant. If the parents is the claimant, they need the birth certificate of deceased. And if the sibling is the claimant, they need birth certificate of deceased and claimant. For a total and permanent disability claim, the documents to be submitted are: first, total and permanent disability benefit / total and permanent disability claim forms, medical report, and other supporting tests or laboratory report such as biopsy, MRI, scan, and investigation results, which one applicable. For a crisis cover claim and cancer claim, the documents to be submitted are: first, crisis cover, spouse contributor or parent contributor claims form, the medical report, and other supporting tests or laboratory report such as biopsy, MRI, scan, and investigation results. Meanwhile, for a weekly indemnity or accidental medical reimbursement or emergency accident treatment, the documents to be submitted are: accident claim or medical claim forms, attending physician statement or attending physician statements form, original bills and certified true copy of itemized bills, and original receipts. For a hospitalization or a daily hospital benefit claim, the documents to be submitted are: first, medical claim form; second, attending physician statement or attending physician statement form; then original bills and certified true copy of itemized bills, and original receipts. For an excess medical reimbursement amount from employer / other insurers or Takaful operators, the documents to be submitted are: first, the medical claim form; second, certified true copy of medical report pertaining to claimant medical condition; then other supporting tests or laboratory report such as biopsy, MRI, scan, and investigation results, which one applicable. Then, certified true copy of bills and itemized bills, original receipts or certified true copy of receipts, letter from employer and other insurers or Takaful operators indicating the amount paid. Day surgery benefit allows claimant to undergo a procedure without overnight in hospital and discharge on the same day. The Takaful plan offers day surgery list coverage for more than 50 procedures from variety categories comprising general surgery, urology, gynecology, orthopedics, dental, ENT, and others. However, please note that the procedures listed are PRU-BSN's recommendation only. The decision and necessity for any in-hospitalized management shall be at the discretion of the attending doctor.
Okay, next I will talk about the contract. BSN Warisan Plus is based on Wakalah Bil Ash model, which is an arrangement for BSN to manage Takaful plan in return for the charge. The contribution will be placed in PUA and IUA after deducting an upfront Wakalah charge. The entry age of this contract is as early as 14 days to the age of 70. The minimum sum covered is 250,000, but as for the maximum coverage, it depends on the age, which is 2 million for the child, while there is no limit for adult. Although there is no limit, but it is still subject to the underwriting. The contributors can choose their benefit term to be covered, whether for 20 years or expiry age of 70, 80, 90, or 100. As contribution payment term, contributors are given flexibility to choose their contribution term, whether it is 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, or full coverage term. In the event of death, BSN will pay the higher of the current basic sum cover or value of the unit in the protection unit account plus any remaining of unit in the investment unit account. However, in the event of total permanent disability, before expiry of the term or the age of 70, whichever is earlier, BSN will pay the TPD sum cover that subject to a maximum of 8 million per life. Minimum monthly contribution of 100 is applicable for adult and 50 ringgit for child. The contribution is based on contributor selection of sum-covered contribution term and contribution frequency. Contribution rate varies according to the age, gender, smoking status, occupational class, health condition, contribution term, and expiry age. After deduction of the wakalah charge, the contribution will be invested in Sharia-approved investment-linked fund that the contributors choose, such as Takaful-linked dana bond, Takaful-linked dana equity, Takaful-linked dana equity dynasty, and etc. Lastly, BSN Warisan Plus does not provide any benefit amount from the Tabarruk Fund on termination, expiry, or maturity of certificate. Next, I will talk about the BSN Warisan Plus exclusion. BSN Warisan Plus exclusion does not cover any of the following situation. Firstly, death caused by suicide within first year from the effective date of the certificate or date of certificate revival. Secondly, TPD which is directly or indirectly caused by 7 term below. Firstly, is attempting suicide or self-inflict bodily injuries while sane or insane. Secondly, is committing or attempting to commit a criminal offense by the covered person. Thirdly, is drug or stimulation abuse or their complication. Fourth is war or aggressive act, including invasion, act of foreign countries, enemies act, whether with or without war declaration, civil war, insurrection, revolution, riots, interference by military authorities, or usurpation. Fifth is engaging in professional scuba diving, racing of any kind, aerial flight other than as a crew or a fare-paying passenger on a licensed passenger-carrying commercial aircraft operating on a regular scheduled route or any dangerous activity or sport. This is including bungee jumping, hang gliding, ballooning, parachuting, and skydiving, unless BSN agree in a special endorsement. Any pre-existing condition that were not disclosed to BSN in relation to the covered person health status. This is applicable within 12 months from the date of the certificate become effective. Any pre-existing condition that were not disclosed to BSN after the 12th month will be handled in accordance with the Schedule 9 of the Islamic Financial Service Act 2013. Any congenital disorder, birth trauma, and its residual complication for a certificate or annex approved by the covered person is still in the womb. The exclusion and limitations stated above are not exhaustive. That's all.
I would like to discuss one Takaful product that Prudential BSN might develop in future. Based on our group discussion, one Takaful product that Prudential BSN might develop in future is Universal Life product. The suggestion to develop universal life Takaful also highlighted by Middle East Insurance Review 2017, which mentioned that the opportunity to grow the Takaful company and Takaful industry is depending on the industry player which could develop innovation products such as universal life product and retirement savings space. In the earliest of 2016, CIMB Islamic Bank with its partner Sun Life Malaysia Takaful has introduced Malaysia's first universal Takaful Hush product, Takaful Surya, which is the only one universal product in Malaysia market. The main purpose of this product is to provide protection, saving, and financial flexibility to assist Muslims in fulfilling their religious aspirations and obligations. So hopefully in future, universal life product can be one of the Takaful product that Prudential BSN might develop. This universal life product should have flexibility in the contributions and death benefits throughout the life of the policy. This basically means that policyholder can adjust the death benefit when needed. Secondly, it can be collateralized for a loan with most banks. This refers to developed product can be used as a collateralized for a loan or mortgage. Thirdly, have minimum contribution to keep the policy alive. This refers to the minimum amount that a policy holder need to contribute in order to keep the policy alive. Moreover, up to 2 million non-medical limit. This refers get up to 2 million coverage without having to undergo medical checkout upon enrollment. Furthermore, it has maturity benefits. This means when the plan matures, there is a final benefit where the value of the universal account will be paid at the end of the contract terms to fulfill other future financial needs. Last but not least, it helps to achieve religious peace of mind throughout policyholder life. This refer provide protection, saving, and financial flexibility to assist Muslims in fulfilling their religious aspiration and obligation.